Shane, you've got such a gift with dialogue, the crispness between characters, and obviously that plays really well into Robert Downey with a film like this. What other elements did you want to bring for Robert in your directorial style?
Well, I think there's a tremendous verisimilitude that has less to do with just getting you from plot A to plot B, and more about the character's ambivalence, more about the subjective experience of what it would really feel like in the moment if you were a superhero. Also taking certain standard cliches you find in these kind of heroic movies, and if it were the real world, how would it be a little more awkward, or how would you stand it on its head a little bit? And we try to have some fun with that too. So it's about, I mean, a lot of it's about the awkwardness of wearing an iron suit and being a superhero. It's not easy, and so we kind of brought a little bit of that as well.
Now, this one is more Tony Stark centric, from what I understand, more harkening back to the first movie. Can you talk a little bit about that?
The first movie was my favorite because it was Tony Stark centric, and it was so mythic in its evocation of this guy who has this Phoenix thing happen to him, that not to dwell on that kind of myth and not to go back to the well and try to mine it for more about what that journey would ultimately be. What is that transformation from man to machine and back again? I think we just had to do it, man. And that's the movie I want to see. I can see action all day long, but you'll see special effects movies, your eyes pop out, but at the end, if the story's not good, you say, it was all right. So the story has to be good. That's what's missing, and hopefully we get that.
Kevin, having a trilogy, because this is Iron Man 3. You guys have talked a little bit about how third movies have not been great, but how important is it to have Iron Man 3 be the end of a trilogy or not?
You know, I'm not terribly convinced that a trilogy has to be this sort of culminating event, but for the sake of this, I think it sort of is. I think we said, how is it not done yet? How is the story that's begun in the first two still not reached its apotheosis, and how can we sort of bring it full term and make it look as though this was all one big thing, even if it wasn't at the time? I think we've touched base. In order to stay on top, you always have to remember to touch bottom, and that's what we've done, hopefully. So thank you.